Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Storm and today is my yearly reflection as well as my 6-month goal review. If you remember back in the summertime, I made a video talking about things I wanted to get done and things I wanted to do for the next 6 months, and today is going to be that video going over that stuff, as well as just general New Year's things, such as reflection and more goal setting and other stuff like that. But you'll see in the background, I'm making my 2025 piece. It was originally going to be a comic, but then things didn't work out as planned, and I didn't have enough time to do the full comic I wanted. Also, to make the video longer, I also did there's also going to be a little speed draw of me doing the little animation I made for my art review, my art 2024 recap. So now to just get started with all this, I'm going to talk about my general ideas of how 2024 went, my reflection for 2024. And in general, 2024 was a good year for me personally, and good as in the same neutral tone that I've kind of been using basically every year up until now. There's a lot of good and some exciting stuff that ended up happening to me this year. For example, I ended up making 3 new friends in real life this year. That was fun. I ended up talking to some native Spanish speakers on an app that I found. I pushed myself to be more consistent with YouTube. I'm still going to continue to try and be consistent. I ended up getting a job in 2024. I got accepted in college. I finished my Reviewtober project that I'd been working on for over a year. I ended up doing some work on my physical health in physical therapy, as well as starting to do some more passive exercise and starting yoga. Not going anywhere for it, just being at home and doing some yoga in my spare time. And I ended up passing 5 years of being together with my best friend and romantic partner. I also bought some pretty cool shit. So, in general, life's pretty good right now. It's not perfect, and there were some things that happened in 2024 that weren't great. A lot of it's personal stuff, so I'm not going to go into it. But for me personally, 2024 was a good year. I enjoyed myself. But outside of myself, life's not all about me. So this is why I also mention this stuff. But outside of myself, life kind of sucks. The world's still pretty fucked in many cases. There's still a genocide going on in Gaza. There's still so many conflicts happening all throughout the world right now, in like other places like Congo, Sudan, Ukraine, etc. And it's so infuriating and just heartbreaking at the same time. Back when in the 2024 video that I made, it was cautious optimism, stuff that was happening. Not cautious optimism, I didn't think anything new would end up happening, and I was kind of right. More of the same thing ended up happening, and I wasn't very hopeful for things changing in the world in general. I'm sure there's many good things, and I know I'm focusing on the bad here, but it's just not great. Especially even just things within my own country. Trump got elected, so a lot of trans and queer people are even more scared than they were before about the rise in just hate against their identities, and not even just trans and queer folk, but Black people, Muslims, and many other minorities. Just in general, feels like that people existing is an issue. And it just feels like we're under attack, like diplomatically within the law as well as physically attacked. And it's just, it sucks. although I hope that things will not be as bad as people say they are, I'm not sure how safe I will be, even in my own country, if all of this keeps up. If things do end up being as bad as people say. I hope they're not. I hope people are just being all doom and gloom and that it won't actually be that bad. That's just what I hope. I mean, despite all that, despite all the stuff that's happening in the world, again, things that have been happening to me personally have been good. It's been fine. I had fun this year. It was great, and I'm cautious. I'm hopeful but cautious about the future of my life and the world, and I hope that I can at least make my life better in 2025, because I know a lot of things are going to end up changing with, like, going to college and other stuff, and also, me turning 18. There are going to be a lot of big changes happening in 2025. I hope it won't feel big. That's my hope, is that it all won't feel big. But enough of that. I do have some also smaller reflections that I did with a video I found on YouTube. I'll put the name of the creator on screen. They had a fun little reflection video. And I thought I would include some of the things that I liked from that video in here. So first up, we have a handful of highlights. I had mentioned some of these before, but I got a job, got accepted to college, started physical therapy, started doing yoga, bought a bunch of cool shit. I got into my school's magazine last year. Corey Kenshin ended up uploading in 2024. Crazy. Super happy about that, by the way. I did a few art collabs. I made a bunch of cool stuff. I saw my partner perform in his very first full main performance, where he got to be the lead role, which was really cool. I ended up dressing up as Tony for Halloween, which is cool. I watched a few cool movies. I don't really watch movies a lot, so that was a pretty good highlight. So quite a few things that I did. Like I said, pretty good. There's another thing, but I probably skipped it. Next was a damn good decision. I would have to say a pretty good decision I made was changing my high school schedule from being me taking classes every day to me only taking classes every other day, which is really nice. Next is a book I read, a movie I saw, an album I felt, and an outfit I wore. A book, a few of these, my memory is kind of muddled between 2024 and 2023, so I might have read some of these books in 2023, but I'm pretty sure I read all of these in 2024. I read Death of a Salesman, I read the play, I read Fahrenheit 451, I read The Great Gatsby, Rainbow, Wings of Fire, Dragon Knight Prophecy. Well, that was a book I reread. Always Been a Storm, which was a good, which was an Our Flag Means Death fanfic. I read Hamlet, I read The Twelfth Night, and I read Beowulf. Now, a lot of these are things that I ended up having to read for school, but I did like most of them, minus The Great Gatsby. I didn't really care for reading it. I like the movie, though. Next, we have some movies and shows. I'm pretty sure I watched Nimona this year. I could be wrong, could have watched it last year. I watched The Wild Robot, super fun. I watched all of the Hunger Games series. I watched the first movie of Twilight. I started watching the second, but then my internet kept fucking up, so I didn't go back to watching it. I watched Hamlet with Mel Gibson. That one was super fun. I watched Death of a Salesman movie with Hoffman and Malkovich. Also really loved that. Next, an album I felt. Basically all of Epic, I could say. An album I felt. But especially the Ithaca Saga. I had a lot of fun with the Ithaca Saga, and it made me, the last two songs made me tear up, I'm gonna be honest. Especially the last song when Odysseus reunites with his wife, with Penelope. God, that made me tear up. As Good a Reason. Now we're moving into just songs, because I listed just songs. We have A Night to Remember by Laufey. As Good as a Reason. I forget the artist. I didn't write them down. But I'll put the songs and stuff on screen. How I Kill, Brutus, Cassius, and Summer by Grace Yorchuk. All of Jom's music, just a clear, just bops all around. Next was an outfit I wore. I'll have what I wore on screen. My casual and everyday outfit that my mascot wears. You guys see that outfit all the time. the Disco Tony outfit I wore, and then also my my one school outfit. Next we have a YouTuber, artist, musician. I have a bunch of lists of YouTubers, but I'll just name a few. Corey Kenshin, 8-Bit Ryan, Yub, Drawfee, 3FS, Mark Jack, Ethan Nestor, Alma Luna, Apple Cheeks, Jazza, Sketches with Shay, Lil Star Nerd, Danny Drew Curtis, Prickly Alpaca, Rachel Maxey, Sophie McPike, Ted Nivison, and Eddie Burback. Those are just some of the few that I wrote down. Next we have artist. There's quite a few. A lot of them are just Good Omens artists. We have Ali Gem, Flying Rotten, Wing Magica, Lippy, Sungmi, Ginger Hale, Kleptopadra. I wrote down more, but those are just a few. Next we have musician. We have Jorge/Jay. He's the creator of Epic. We have Jom, Laufey, Grace Yorchuk, Cowboy Malfoy, BB No Money, The Army, The Navy, Paris Paloma. That's the one who wrote As Good as a Reason. We have Seb Lowe, Nep, Ebony Lauren, Lynn Lapid, Troy, Baby Bugs, and Emaline Farron. I might have pronounced that wrong, but it's okay. And now on to my list of the goals I made in 2024, as well as the goals that I originally set for 2024, and then the goals I made for the 6-month waiting period. So I did these things, but some of them are kind of vague. We have Spanish language learning. I did that. I accomplished that goal. Make more YouTube videos. Did that. Open commissions. Did that. Review Q&A. Didn't do that. I might still do it if you guys want to, but who knows. Make comics. Didn't do that. I mean, I made 1 or 2, but I'm not going to count that I did it. Socialize. Vague, but I did. Do art collabs. I did do that. Read more. I have started reading more. Start a new hobby. Didn't do that. Post more fic. Didn't do that this year. And make animatics. I did. They were quite a few that I didn't end up posting, and I'm not going to post because they're kind of for me, but you know, I did make some animatics. Those were the year-long goals, and I mean, of those goals I accomplished 7 out of the 11, so I'd say that's pretty good. Now we have the 6-month goals that I ended up making in the summer. Well, not technically 6 months. I made them in August. We have keep an all-A streak, get to know most of your classmates' names, be more active in Spanish learning and immersion. Those are school goals. Next we have personal, which was play and sketchbook once a week, read 1 book every other month, and post once a month. Now, of those goals, I ended up accomplishing keep an all-A streak, still going now, be more active in Spanish learning, read 1 book every other month, and post once a month. So 4 out of 6. I didn't end up remembering most of my classmates' names. I remember their faces though. I'm much more of a person who recognizes a person's face than their name. And also, I did not play in my sketchbook once a week. Those are the things that I've learned. I need to stop trying to make sketchbook goals. Really, at least I need to stop making very specific sketchbook goals. Like play in your sketchbook once a week. I don't have time, and sometimes I forget, and it's just I'm never going to accomplish that. I'm never going to accomplish that goal. So I need to stop making goals like that, because otherwise I'm just going to keep disappointing myself. So I mean, I'm not surprised with the goals that I ended up doing and the goals I didn't end up doing. Yeah, I think I did pretty good, but my next goals for 2025, I feel like that they will be more reasonable for myself, and I will be able to get them done. So let's go on and do those. Let's focus on those goals now. Now, this might kill me in the knee, might be bad for me, but I want to try something different with my goals. So one is going to be like a yearly goal for like school, yearly goals for YouTube, and also some personal yearly goals. As well as an ultimate goal, which is just the general stuff, and then a video, and then goals from what I learned from like a video that I saw, because I'm starting to journal now, so I started watching those types of videos. and they're called like quarterly quests or quarterly goals, as I ended up writing here. Yeah, that's I'll just start there. So for my yearly goals with school, this is mainly for high school in general, is keep an all A streak. I'm keeping that goal up there. Keep a daily Spanish habit. This goal I might end up coming back to later and tweaking it a bit to be more specific, but that's just what I wrote down off the top of my head. And the next is YouTube goals. These are things that I hope to do, but if I don't hit these things, I won't necessarily be too mad. One is hit 1.5K. I set the bar pretty low. I'm already at 1,000, just 500 more. I feel like that's doable by the end of the year. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Post at least 12 videos, which is basically 1 video a month, so keeping that goal intact. Finish 2 sketchbooks, so 2 sketchbook tours. I'm almost done with the sketchbook that I have, and I feel like this is kind of broad enough that it won't bite me too badly, but who knows. Next is my personal yearly goals, which is finish both the pocketbook I have and this current journal that I'm in, and read at least 6 books, which is the 1 book every 2 months, as well as read at least 12 fanfics and podfics, and watch at least 12 movies/shows, which is 1 movie a month, with the ultimate goal to become a bigger nerd, a passionate learner, and consume more media. Long-form media. That's the goal here. Then we have the quarterly quest goals that I have listed for myself. These are the things that I want to get done within 3 months, and there's just like 4 of them. There's 3 videos, at least 3 videos, and then I do have the list of videos that I want to get done. The January video is this video that I'm doing right here. The February video is a marker video that I have in backlog, so it's nothing new, but I still want to post some of the stuff that I have in backlog. And then for the March video, I want to do a art class / Rise art tour, which is just basically all the art that I've done for school. I want to do that for a video. And then the last 2 are finish 1 writing work in progress. Probably not going to post it on AO3 because it's a personal thing, but maybe. And then also do 3 scholarships, so at least 1 scholarship a month. And that's pretty much everything in terms of goal-wise. I might make a video that goes over these quests, but I might not, because I feel like having 3 videos that are just about goals I've made would be kind of boring. But I'll definitely, at least at the end of the year, you'll know if whether or not I completed these goals. But yeah, that's basically everything. That's all I really have to say. My hope for 2025 is that 2025 will be a good year. It'll be a lot of changes, and I hope to be able to keep up mentally and physically with everything. I hope that everyone else will have a good 2025, especially if your 2024 wasn't good for you. I hope that 2025 will be better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you have any goals yourself that you wish to list down below, feel free. I would love to read them. And if you have anything specific that you want me to make videos for, list them down below. I'll happily make a video, whether it be topics or you want to see a specific art piece. That'd be great. That'd be good for me. I have a list of project backlogs, but I'd love to know what you guys like to see. Feel free to check anything about me in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope you all will have a good 2025. Bye-bye!